Chapter 12, Severance. You're a mile or so away from the camp on foot, and you've just realized you're not alone. Damn it, if Lucas put someone on my tail, I'm in big trouble. You walk casually, trying to pretend you're unaware of the person following you, until a twig snaps and you wheel around, you slam your arm into the chest of unwanted shadow. The hell, Ryan? Of course it's Ryan. You've got him pinned to a tree, staring at him with wide eyes. Easy, Tal. I saw you leave this morning and I wanted to make sure you'd be okay. So you've been following me on foot this entire time. You ease up on Ryan. He shakes his head, brushing his clothes off. I only left a while ago. I parked the truck on the side of the road once I caught up with you. I'm so confused. Since when have you had a truck? I thought you and the Long Beach Alphas took a bus here like everyone else. It's not my truck. It's an old Peter I found on the edge of camp and fixed up for fun. I got it up and running for emergencies, but we haven't really had much use for it. I could have used it to get away from camp. I've been traveling on foot because I didn't want to risk transforming. I guess neither of us knows the area too well. I would have followed you on foot as a wolf, but, you didn't want to risk being spotted by some poor, unsuspected Montanian. Yeah, me neither. Ryan watches you closely for a moment, then jingles his keys enticingly. Look, why don't you let me give you a lift? I can drive you to a rest stop at the very least. You hesitate, then nod, and want to get as far away from camp as possible, as fast as possible. You and Ryan make it to the highway and drive for about 20 minutes in silence. You're staring out the window the entire time, your thoughts churning uneasily. Channing's gotta be awake by now. He's probably going out of his mind. He'll understand, Tal. Eventually you'll be able to explain things to him, and he'll get it. Glance sideways at him, studying his profile as he focuses on the road. Ryan... What are you, psychic? How do you know I was worrying about Channing? Ryan laughs quietly, his eyes crinkling a bit at the corners. It doesn't take a genius to tell he's on your mind most of the time. He is your soulmate. I know he and I have had our differences, but he loves you. You'll love him. At the end of the day, Channing will just want you safe and happy, even if that means running away. You sigh and scrub your hands over your face. You don't know how things got this messed up. I wish I had a cup of strong coffee, maybe a shot of tequila. I'm not picky, Witch. Ryan laughs warmly, his eyes sparkling in the rearview mirror. Suddenly exits the highway. I can't promise tequila, but I saw signs of a diner up ahead. Let's get you that coffee. Okay, he's a good guy now, he got coffee. You find yourself at a quaint roadside diner a few minutes later and get out to stretch your legs. A bell chimes over the door as you step inside. The host gestures vaguely for you to find a booth. I just realized how hungry I am. I never ate dinner after the hunting game last night. You know, that's bad, right? Werewolves need more calories than the average human. Trust me, I know. I've just been so out of sorts with everything lately. It's hard to know what to worry about every day. It feels like we keep getting slapped in the face with some new problem. True, but you gotta eat, Tal. I worry about you too, you know. You're used to Ryan's sincerity by now, but it still catches you off guard. You smile softly. Yeah, I know. I'm grateful we met, Ryan. I don't know what I'd do without your help these days. Ryan flags down the server and orders pancakes for the table, a side of bacon, and coffee. With your orders in, he slumps down to the booth and rubs his temples. I get it, though. Being distracted by all the chaos that's been happening around you. I know. I don't know what to tell you, know about you, but I had another lucky or friendly visit from Lucas in my dreams last night. Lucas visited you again? What did he say? Ryan flinches, shifting uneasily. Remember that his first dream about Lucas involved torture. Obviously, it's not easy for Ryan to talk about this, but I want to know more. Maybe if I approach it delicately, I can get to him to open up. It'll help both of us long term. Encourage Ryan to open up. You reach across the table and put a hand on Ryan's shoulder, briefly squeezing. Talk to me, Ryan. What's going on? What did Lucas do in your dream? Ryan stiffens underneath your touch at first, but quickly relaxes. He rubs his jaw. Aside from torturing me, he had some pretty concerning things to say. He's using our dreams against us. I don't just mean showing up in them, rattling us. The bastard is manipulating our emotions through our dreams. I don't know how he's managed it, but he fessed up to making Nick, quote, unfocused. Unfocused. I wonder if that's why Nick hasn't been doing so well in the head alpha games. It's possible. He also said he's been trying to make Channing paranoid and insecure. Which, that's working, That might explain why Channing's been weird about me hanging out with you. I was thinking that. Channing's also been pretty uptight about you gunning for the head alpha. True, but that's because he's worried about me. Channing made it clear from the beginning that he just doesn't want a target on my back. That might be what he's convinced himself of, but the insecurity is still coming from Lucas. At least that's what Lucas made it sound like. So, Nick's been thrown off his game. Channing's been made to feel paranoid about me and him. I'm so almost afraid to ask this, but what is Lucas doing to me? Isn't it obvious? Lucas has been ramping up your anger. He literally admitted as much. He's making you more impulsive, making your temper shorter. It's part of his plan to use you against us. Damn him. I knew he was trying to use my temper against us. You just said he... Just shut up. But to actually screw with my emotions, making me angry on purpose, it's violating. I hate to suggest this, Tal, but it also might explain why you decided to go for head alpha. As strong as you are, you've only been an alpha for like a couple of weeks. I've always supported your decision to go for it, but considering your level of experience, it doesn't make sense that I'd push so hard for a title. If this is true, then we can't trust our own minds. Lucas has been fiddling with our brains, rewriting our decisions, our emotions. How do I know that any choice I've made in the past week has been, well, my choice? You don't. None of us do. For all we know, everything we're thinking and feeling is his doing. You sigh, rubbing your temples with your fingertips. This is such a mess. Did Lucas mention what he's been doing with Opal? Has he reached out to her in her dreams? Ryan's jaw ticks and he shrugs tightly, looking out the window with cloudy eyes. If he has, then he didn't mention it. Opal's been weirdly safe from all this. Not that I hope she's been suffering the way the rest of us have, but I'm over here being tortured. Your heart squeezes painfully at the bitter edge to his voice. When you say tortured, Ryan, what is he doing to you? He flinches, ducking his head down for a moment before looking back at you wryly. Let's just say Lucas has a lot of fun and creative ways to beat the hell out of me. Anger flares up in your chest at his words. You reach across the table to take his hand. Ryan, I promise you can talk to me anytime. You shouldn't have to suffer in silence if you ever need to vent about what's happening. I'll be better about talking to you. It just feels stupid in a way. It's not like the pain is real. Our mind can make it real, though. It is real. It's happening in your dreams, but you can still feel it in the moment. Don't ever feel like it's not enough to talk about or that you're complaining or something. Ryan gently squeezes your hand, staring into your eyes with gratitude and relief. I just wish you weren't leaving. I'll call you if something comes up, okay? Promise you'll check in. I swear I will. I'll check in as often as I can so you and the others aren't worrying about me. And for what it's worth, I'm glad we talked about this. It's better that we both know what's going on. Agreed. The more we know the Hunter's strategy, the better. We know what they're really up to. As horrible as it is, at least we can use the knowledge against them. Between the two of us, we're gonna find a way to stop him. I promise you that. I hope so, because I can't deal with many more of these sleepless nights. Especially with the traitor skulking around. I've been trying to avoid her as best as I can. You note that Ryan just said he's been trying to avoid her. Your heart pounds erratically. Ryan seems to find it strange that Opal hasn't been affected by Lucas at all. Does that mean... Be honest with me. You think Opal's the traitor, don't you? Don't you think it's weird that the Alphas who have lost their powers were the ones closest to her? First Emery, her best friend. Now Gale, her soulmate. Why would Opal want to target the people she cares about the most, though? I don't think she's targeting them. I think she's trying to protect them in a sick way. Lucas and the Hunters can only influence werewolves. If Gale and Emery can't transform... But how's she doing it? We still don't know the cause of the problem. We still don't know a lot about Opal. Out of all of us, she's been the most standoffish. What if she's got shot on the solstice moon as a diversion? No one saw it happen. Ryan stops short, shaking his head before he can get ahead of himself. Like I said, it's just a theory for now. I won't do anything drastic until I know for sure. I think you're... I don't want to discourage any investigative stuff, so... On to something, unfortunately. When you lay it all out like that, it certainly has amount of sense. But we can't ignore the part where Lucas is in our heads. He might be making you suspicious of her. Trust me, I've thought of that too. That's why I've kept my mouth shut. I'm only telling you now because you're leaving camp anyway. Unless you wanted to rethink that. Ryan squeezes your hand and you realize that you've been holding hands this entire time. Ryan, I can't go back to camp. I'm too much of a liability to you all right now. But this won't be the last time we see each other. We're all Alpha Taus. We'll meet up again. Oh, I really hope so. I like you, Tal. Maybe more than I should. You don't say. Ryan, I like you too. Before you can say the words, but remember, I'm with Channing. The diner door opens yet again. The hair on the back of your neck prickles when you feel a familiar presence. What the hell is this? Oh, shit. How fast did you run? Channing, it's not what it looks like, I swear. No, because it sure as hell looks like my soulmate ran off with some jackass she told me not to worry about. Channing storms out of the diner and you rush after him while Ryan pays your tab. We never even got to enjoy our coffee or pancakes. We were too busy talking. God damn it, Channing. Channing, I swear. There's nothing between me and Ryan. What you saw in there was two friends comforting each other, that's it. You might feel that way, Tal, but he sure as hell doesn't. That much is clear. You stand with your hands out uselessly as Channing stalks back and forth in the parking lot. I've been looking for you for hours, you know that? We've all been looking for you. I thought the worst had happened. I thought the Hunters got you in the middle of the night. Instead, I find you playing footsie with a tool over there over a stack of pancakes. First of all, we weren't playing footsie. Second of all, you have no idea how hard this is for me. How could I possibly know? You won't even tell me what this is. You try once more to explain everything to Channing, but once more the words won't come out. I can't, Channing. I can't tell you anything because someone is stopping me from saying it. Of course, Ryan chooses that moment to step out of the diner. He lifts his hands in surrender. Channing, I swear to God I didn't... Channing makes a move to grab Ryan, and you grab the back of his jacket in a panic. Don't, Channing. Don't do something you'll regret. Channing's shoulders shake underneath your touch, and his anger's radiating off of him in waves. Back to camp, both of you. I already told you, I can't go back. Fine. Then you won't get to see me kick your friend Ryan's ass in a brawl. A brawl, Channing. Brawl me, not Ryan. Why in the hell would I do that? You're not the one who ran away? Who left without a note? Yes, I am. If you need someone to blame, blame me. I don't need someone to blame. I have someone to blame, and it's him. Channing turns to stalk back down the road, but pauses at the edge of the trees to look back at you. I can't believe you just let me think. He shakes his head, his expression shifting from fury to anguish. Your heart seizes painfully. Channing... Forget it. See you at camp if you decide to want to be with your pack again. He disappears in the trees and transforms, leaving you and Ryan in stunned silence. I was going to say, I feel like a loop hole is about to happen, or plot hole, where if she got away, maybe she might be able to not be sensed or blocked by Lucas, and then she'd be able to come back because he would be unaware of her coming back, and then she'd be able to explain the whole situation. But we don't get that chance. You can't let Channing go through with a brawling Ryan, which means you need to go back to camp. When you get there, Loopy, Calla, and Asher are gathered outside your cabin. You hesitate, remembering how they looked at you when you lost your temper last night, but... Oh my god, Cal, where the hell have you been? Oh, we were so freaking scared. Don't ever do that again. You almost feel like crying when Asher and Lupe bury you in a tight hug. Calla eyes you with her arms folded. I should kick your ass for making us worry like that. Where the hell did you go? It's a really long story, and I wish I could explain, but I literally can't. Channing ran off up the mountain, said something about a brawl with Ryan. Your heart sinks. If Channing already announced the brawl, then it seems like his mind is made up. I hate to ask, but is Channing brawling Ryan over you? Yeah, but Ryan is innocent, I swear. He came after me because he wanted to make sure I was safe, that's it. True, but why didn't he call or text one of us? He had to have known we'd be worried. Channing was pissed about that too. I need to find him so I can try and explain everything. Good luck. I haven't seen Channing like that since, well, that douchebag got handsy with you at our house party. Your stomach sinks. If Channing is this upset, then calming him down will take a miracle. But I have to try. I can't let him brawl Ryan over something I did. You track up the mountain in search of Channing, desperate to find him and cool him off. Channing, come on, where are you? We need to talk this out. In wolf form, you strain all your senses for any signs of him. Finally, you catch his scent. You find him in the center of a clearing, his muscles flexing and glistening with sweat. You drop your transformation, and you pad into the clearing on 2 feet, a little hesitant. Channing, she was wearing the harness as a wolf, not wearing the harness now. Don't! The rough edge to his voice makes your stomach hurt. He doesn't even turn to look at you. If you're here to convince me not to kick Ryan's ass, you're barking up the wrong tree. Channing, please. You know I would never cheat on you with anyone, let alone... In a flash, Channing is stalked across the clearing to you until your chests are touching. He glares at you, his golden eyes flashing. You know this isn't about cheating, damn it. It's about you leaving with him. But I didn't. I didn't even want him to follow me. I was trying to get away from all of you. Ryan just happened to be the one who found me. Yeah, and instead of talking you out of running away, he helped you. Who does that? Also, how did you keep up with a truck going down the freeway? I have questions, and it makes no goddamn sense. I really, really wish I could explain why I did. But I can't. Something is stopping me. Channing searches your gaze intently, looking for any sign of deception. He seems to believe you, but... Did you try writing it down, texting it? Did you try anything to let me know you were okay? You're at a loss there. No, you didn't try to write an explanation. You were convinced Lucas' interference wouldn't let you. No, I didn't. I was just so afraid of hurting you. You did hurt me. Waking up to you gone, worrying you were taken, that hurts. You flinch, he steps back and starts pacing around the clearing, shaking and swearing. You're my soulmate, damn it. Why do I have to keep reminding you over and over again? You were supposed to trust each other. We're supposed to open up when shit gets hard. You taught me not to keep things bottled up. You taught me to open up about my feelings. What was the point of doing that if you were just gonna pull away, start withdrawing things? Channing, please. I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want any of this to happen. You stride to him and put your hands on his shoulders to stop him from pacing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Hurting you is the last thing I want to do ever. For what it's worth, I will never ever do it again. Give her 5 minutes. It hurts. I know that probably sounds like a hollow promise right now, but I hate seeing you like this. I'll try to find a way to explaining what's going on, I swear. I won't just give up again. I want to believe you, Tal, but you're so distant. You don't talk to me anymore. Channing sinks to his knees in front of you, holding your hips and resting his forehead on your stomach. Your eyes prickle with tears when you hear the emotion, the pleading in his voice. Please, please talk to me. Please let me help you. Please, Tal. You kneel in front of Channing, throwing your arms around his neck and holding him close. I'm gonna try, okay? I promise I'm gonna try. His arms move around you, tightening like he's afraid you'll disappear if he loosens his hold. Your hand lifts to stroke the back of his neck. He lifts his face and captures your lips in a desperate kiss. His tongue slides into your mouth, blazing a hot trail against your own. You groan softly. He pulls on your hips until you're straddling his lap, his hands holding your waist tightly. Channing. He gazes at you, his golden eyes full of emotion, desire, yes, also hope and longing. Tal, please, just let me in. It'll deepen the kiss with Channing. Okay. We should slow down. I already know where it's gonna lead. You do want to let Channing in, and you will, but right now you need to remember why you followed him. You pull back from the kiss, lifting your hands to his face and stroking his cheekbones. Channing, I'm so sorry, but I never meant for you to feel shut out. It's all so complicated. Channing sighs, resting his forehead against yours as he lets your words settle over him. I'm sure it is. But things are always going to be complicated for us, Tal. If we can't lean on each other for help when things are hard, then what's the point? You lean against him, letting the warmth of his skin seep into you, soothing the ache in your chest. I don't want you to brawl today, not because of me. I'd feel awful if Ryan got hurt. Channing stiffens slightly, but relaxes when you kiss his cheekbone. Not because of whatever you might be thinking, because he's my friend. I promise, he meant well, helping me out the way he did. Did he try to convince you not to run away? Because if Lupe and Asher or Kala had found you, they would have driven your ass back to camp, not let you isolate yourself from us. That's real friendship. Why can't you see that Ryan has ulterior motives with you? I really don't think that's true. Ryan knows I'd never leave you for him. I know you want to see the best in him, but he obviously has feelings for you. How do you know he isn't just trying to win your trust and swoop in? Well, for one thing, I've been through this with Marcus. I know damn well what it feels like to have someone obsess over me, to see me as some sort of prize. Channing physically flinches, his expression turning remorseful when you bring Marcus up. Shit, Tal, I didn't mean to imply that you don't know what it's like. Then stop harping on this. I trust my judgment for once. Is that really so hard? Channing is obviously cowed by your strong words, but you can see his jaw tensing and twitching. It clicks for you then. Ryan mentioned that Lucas is manipulating Channing through his dreams. Lucas is making Channing feel more insecure, more paranoid. No wonder he can't let this go. The Channing I know wouldn't feel this threatened by another man, not this easily. You want to tell Channing about it, to warn him that he only feels this way because of Lucas. But, just like before, the words won't come out no matter how much you want them to. So Lucas is keeping me from talking to Channing about this stuff specifically. Damn asshole. Channing, you're not yourself. Can I say or do anything to convince you to call off the brawl? Sorry, but no, it's a matter of principle at this point. Ryan put the whole pack at risk by letting us think you'd been kidnapped or something. I can understand why you didn't tell us why you left, but him not telling anyone. Channing stands, disentangling your body as you feel cold and achy without his touch. I can't forgive him so easily. We need to settle things the old-fashioned way. Channing, this is a big mistake. If you can't see that more bloodshed isn't the answer, then I can't help you. This won't solve anything. It'll just make things more tense at camp than they already are. Channing offers you a stormy look. It's impossible to read the intentions in his fierce eyes. Unfortunately, that's a risk I have no choice but to take. I love you, Tal, more than anything in the world. And with that, he transforms back into his wolf form and lopes off to prepare for the brawl. You stare after him, your thoughts a mess of trepidation. You exhale a long sigh. Channing, I love you too. You join the others in a clearing outside a camp. Your stomach is twisted and gnaws. You weren't able to convince Channing to call this off, huh? Ah, man, I'm so nervous. Ryan's not a fighter. Channing's gonna kick his ass. Then that's on Ryan. He should never have slacked on his combat training. You feel a twinge of surprising irritation at Kala's harsh assessment of your friend. Yeah, but are we being lulled into a false sense of security by Ryan not acting Alpha E? Be diplomatic. You're right. Ryan shouldn't have neglected his combat training, but Channing should also know better than to brawl with a werewolf who isn't on his level. Kala eyes you shrewdly for a moment and nods, sighing heavily. You're right. The brawl is a bad idea no matter how you split it, but alphas are to blame. I just wish we didn't have all this to bear witness to this disaster. Lupe and Asher nod in agreement. Across the clearing you see Ryan sitting in wolf form. Hey, Tal, just so you know, I really, really don't want to do this. You're startled when you hear his voice in your mind, but not pulling his gaze. I know. I really, really don't want you to do this either. You feel a bristle of fur at your side and turn to find Channing standing there in wolf form. I know you think this is a bad idea, but as Alpha... I get it, I don't like it, but I know we have some dumb Alpha code of honor. Channing shakes his enormous head and you settle a hand between his ears, patting him. I'm not a dog, Tal. You don't have to pat my head. Yes, but you're so goddamn cute. Now shut up and take your head pats. I hope you all enjoyed that. That'd be a more convincing complaint if you weren't wagging your tail. With a snuffle and a growl, Channing lightly nips your heels before trotting in a circle. Gale stands beside Opal, looking grim. Opal's expression is unreadable as she surveys the scene. Well, if both parties are really determined to brawl, then I guess this is happening. We already tried to talk them out of it, Gale. If they won't see reason, we can't help them. You feel a sting of irritation in Opal's words. Thanks to your chat with Ryan, you find it hard to trust her. Why is she being so chill about things? Shouldn't we all just be trying harder to stop this? I'll call Opal out, observe her quietly. If she thinks that no one's on to her, she may continue to slip up if she truly is a traitor. Oh, that's right, I forgot it's choices. Our choices don't matter. Anyway, you stay silent, but keep your gaze trained on Opal as she stands beside Gale. In contrast to her usual nervous stature, she looks oddly relaxed, resigned. She's not nervous at all. You'd think she'd be stressed that two of her alphas are about to brawl. Why doesn't she seem as upset as the rest of us? Is there something she knows that we don't? Your skin prickles when Opal leans close to Gale and whispers something that makes him frown. You can't hear it from this distance, but it sets your nerves on edge. I don't like this. Her behavior is definitely off, even if I can't figure out why. If she's the traitor, then she might want this brawl to go down. Suddenly a sharp hiss pierces the air and a crossbow bolt comes sailing through the clearing. The bolt drives into a nearby tree trunk. There's a brief moment of silence, and then... Oh god. Hunters. Everybody scatter! Get the hell out of here! One by one, you and your fellow Alpha Tals transform into wolf forms and scatter. You race out of the clearing and the wind screaming in your ears as the powerful paws carry you. Hunters again? We're still on campgrounds. We re-fortified all of our traps. You think back to Opal's strange behavior, the knowledge that a traitor, an Alpha Tau, has been selling you out. Damn it. How could this happen? How could we let this happen? A crossbow bolt splinters against a nearby tree just over your head. You skid to a halt at the edge of the trail, snarling, your ears pinned, and a familiar hunter approaches. I'm afraid it's the end for you, mongrel. Why are you wearing a ski mask as if we don't know your goddamn identity? Even with the stupid mask on, you recognize his voice and you snarl at him. You square your shoulders, meeting him with a defiant glare. He cocks his head to one side. Gutsy, I knew there was something I liked about you. It's too bad you're unwilling to play the game my way. You're useless to me, Tal. You lunge for him, teeth bared, and he looses a crossbow bolt. You're able to evade the bolt, and a thrill of vicious satisfaction floods your veins. Take that, sucker. You sail for the hunter, but your momentary cockness is a price. You're too close to dodge a close-range bolt. What the hell was I thinking? I'm gonna get shot. You watch as if in slow motion as the bolt looses, sailing for you, your anticipation a blow to the chest when Channing launches into the clearing, knocking you aside and intercepting the bolt. Your chest seizes when Channing takes the bolt to his flank and collapses in the clearing, fuming again. Channing. You race back to him, his prone frame steadily bleeding on the forest floor. The hunter laughs mirthlessly. On second thought, I'll leave you alive for now. This is about to get entertaining. As Lucas leaves, you transition back to your human form, kneeling at his side. Tal, I love you. Panic grips you as his voice begins to fade. You see his shoulders shaking him. Channing! Channing! Channing, no! Alright, without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down in the comments, let me know what you thought. Also hit that bell icon so you receive notifications of when I upload content aside from that. So, remember, we have the power to heal, and it hit his hind legs, right? It hit his hind. Clearly not as hard as lungs, anything important. It hit his hind, he'll be fine. I'm just saying. Anyway, the only thing that I think could come out of this is if whatever they're kind of dosing the werewolves with, right? That's turning them into human form, might do that to Channing. We'll have to see. Alright, otherwise, thanks for watching. Love your beautiful faces. Catch you all later. Peace out.